It's August. It's hot outside. You might even be in a bathing suit right now. So you know what that means? It's time to start planning your holiday collection. I know what you're thinking, like, why start so far in advance? And the reason is because if you plan on launching a holiday collection, like anytime in, say, the end of November or anything like that, you've got so much that needs to happen ahead of time. So consider this. Imagine if your favorite brand, whether it's a furniture brand or a clothing brand or a gift, whatever it might be, imagine if on November 1st they were like, you know what? We might want to consider a holiday collection. Like, that just wouldn't happen. There's so much that needs to go into it. And for us as artists, that means we have to create the collection as well. So here we are. It's the end of August. This is the perfect time to be gathering the things that we need for this collection. So if you were going to do, let's say, special small paintings like I'm going to do, it's time to order those canvases now. If you are going to be creating a collection of ornaments, it's time to order those now. Why? Because you're going to need all of September and all of October to create those pieces. And the reason is, if you put a date on the calendar, let's just say of November 18th, which is the weekend before Thanksgiving, for the launch of your collection. Now, if you go back and you listen to this week's podcast, I'm going to go into much more depth about why you don't want to launch it in the middle of like all of the crazy holiday time. So be sure to check out the full episode. But if you launch it on, let's say, November 18th, then you're going to need a couple of weeks to build up, to share all of that information with your collectors. You're going to need to have photos, which means the collection needs to have already been created. You're going to need to test out any sort of tech or payment systems, because if there is any glitch, you do not want to be dealing with that on the day that your collection releases, because then you'll lose customers. So you really need to be working up to that and starting right now. If you want all of the details about how to launch this collection and things to make it go smoother and things to do to sell out of that collection, be sure to head over and listen to this week's Honest Art podcast.